Knock on wood.
Good on mine.
Good morning. Good morning, everybody. The hour of 10 o'clock having arrived, and it is Tuesday, January 13 of 2026. That means we're calling to order the regular meeting of the Lawrence County Board of Commissioners. We welcome everybody, whether you're participating in person or watching us live streamed. We're also recording the meeting. I will ask also that you put your cell phones on vibrate or silent. In fact, mine's vibrating right now as we speak. They're going to have to wait. We do want to note Commissioner Kennedy is a little bit under the weather today. He's not able to be with us. We want him to feel all better. And but we do have Commissioner Sanada and myself, and as long as there's two of us, it constitutes a quorum, and we are able to conduct our business. We always start the meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance, and we'd ask you to remain standing for a moment of silence. And Commissioner Sanada, could you lead us in the pledge? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We'll have a moment of silence, please. Thank you. Vanessa, could you call the roll?
Commissioner Sinata?
Here.
Commissioner Vogler?
Here, we do have our quorum. Right now in our audience, we do have our Deputy Public Safety Director, and he has a couple of matters to bring before us in a few moments. But at this point, we do not have any members of the public, but I will note for the record that we do allow two opportunities for public comment, one in just a few moments and then one before we adjourn. And we'll actually drop down to fiscal and contractual. We have warrant register documents, also known as check reconciliation registers, that are submitted to us by the County Controller's Office. And we have 5 of them today. They are dated December 31 of 2025, January 5, 6, 7, and 8 of 2026. Chris, take whatever time you need, please, to look them over. And once you've done so, I could accept a motion for us to accept these documents. I make a motion, we accept the warrant documents. I'll second your motion. Chris, do you have any questions? No. Thank you. We'll take a roll call, please.
Commissioner Sinata?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you, Vanessa. In our packet, we also have the minutes of the January 6th Commissioners meeting. And again, Chris, whenever you're ready, have a motion for us to adopt the minutes.
I move we adopt the minutes.
And I'll offer the second. Any concerns? No. Chris? Okay, thank you. We'll ask for a roll call, please.
Commissioner Sinata?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. We have one document under written communications to enter into the record, and it comes to us from an organization known as Collective Efforts Civil and Environmental Engineers. And I was looking at their letterhead. It's very interesting. Their address is 1000 Westview Park Drive, Suite 7. And then look down at the bottom. Then it says Pennsylvania. It doesn't say what city they're from.
It does not.
I'm guessing the Pittsburgh area. It's a 412 phone number, but their letterhead doesn't tell you what city they're located in. I thought that was interesting. Well, anyhow, this letter to us pertains. It's the fact that they intend to apply to the Department of Environmental Protection for permits regarding Acts 14, 67, 68, and 127. Actually, Pennsylvania Department of General Services is involved in this because they are the applicant. And the property in question is known as the Newcastle Readiness Center, NCRC, the Newcastle Readiness Center project, which would be located in Union Township. And I'm going to enter project description into the record. It reads as follows, quote, "The current National Guard facility was constructed in 1936 with renovations and repurposing of space through the years. However, the facility, including the site, is dated, constrained, and functionally obsolete." That sounds like me. The facility does not meet the current mission of the unit, evidenced by being undersized, not complying with current anti-terrorism and force protection standards, wasting energy, disrupting operational tempo and utilization, and causing increased operation and maintenance costs, and inefficient operations and training. The Department of Military and Veterans Affairs has selected a new approximately 27-acre site in Union Township, adjacent to an existing field maintenance shop, which will then support the Readiness Center and resolve a critical need for the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. The scope of work associated with this project includes a new Readiness Center, a new separate unheated storage building, new vehicular access and parking for personally owned vehicles and military/tactical vehicles and equipment. Military equipment parking will be secured with fencing. In addition, new stormwater management You know what page, page 2 is missing. They go from page 1 to page 3. At least in my packet. Do you have a page 2? Did you folks get a page 2? May I borrow it? Thank you very much. In addition, new stormwater management facilities are proposed at the site. The developed project area consists again of approximately 7.89 acres within the 27-acre site. The applicant, once again, is the Pennsylvania Department of General Services. The site is at the corner of West State Street and Wilson Road in Union Township. And again, they are applying to DEP for various permits relating to this project, falling under, again, Act 14, 67, 68, and 127. This document is signed by Lauren Sprankle, Director of Civil Services for Collective Efforts, LLC. Mr. Sonata, any concerns?
Is this, I'm reading this, okay. The one they're talking about being obsolete, the National Guard site. Do you know where that one's at?
It doesn't say, but I'm wondering if it's the armory.
They also have a facility on Miller.
That's true. Vanessa, could you see if Jesse's in her office, please?
I'm just curious because, I mean, the one on Miller.
They sent a map too, but I think it's for the new property.
That's the new.
Yeah, and I,
Wondering where the old one is.
Yeah,
Let
let
me
me go see if Jesse's here.
could you please? She might know more about this.
Yeah, I'm just curious because, I mean, the one that's been on Miller Avenue years,
Yep.
years.
But would it have been built in 1936? And the armory out here near Cascade Park goes back that far.
That's the good question. How long has Union been there? And,
Yeah,
goes back to the 50s.
here comes, Jesse would know.
Yeah.
I know we're hitting you cold.
Yeah, you kind of make me nervous here a little bit.
You're fine. Could you have a seat, please? We've invited, no, at the microphone, please. Thank you. No, you're fine. You're gonna actually answer a question
Yes,
for us.
sit, Jess.
Please. We received correspondence from an environmental engineering group out of, we believe, Pittsburgh. This doesn't say what city they're from. This is in reference to the proposed Newcastle Readiness Center in Union Township at the intersection of West State Street and Wilson Road. Now, they make reference to the current National Guard facility that was constructed in 1936, and they go on to list some of the concerns about that facility. We're trying to determine, is that what we call the armory?
Correct, that is the building that they're referencing in there, yes, yes.
Thank you. We knew you would know the answer to that.
Yes.
So it's the Army right up here.
Right above Cascade Street, yeah, that one on
The
the hill.
stone building.
Correct, yes.
Have you seen this document?
I have not.
Okay, can we get a copy for Jesse so that you can reference it? It talks a little bit about what they propose to do. Basically, what they're letting us know is they are applying to DEP for various environmental permits. And the law requires them to notify us. We don't take any action other than entering into the record. And but we needed your help to clarify that the building that they're referencing, that they refer to as being dated, constrained, and functionally obsolete. We want to make certain that that was the armory.
That is 100% their armory, and that is a very good description of that.
We appreciate that. Good. We'll get you a copy of this, and sorry to hit you cold.
You're fine. That's good.
Jess, do you know what they're gonna do with the Armory?
I don't, that's state property. That is a state-owned building,
Right.
actually, so it'll be up to the state. I would imagine that's gonna be historical.
Right.
But yes, it'll come to the state armory board, and they'll make the determination that afforded me a town cap for that.
Okay, because I mean, it's been there for years and years, and it is somewhat historical, and
Oh, absolutely. They used to have the cavalry and everything back in there with the horses and stuff. It's very historic back there. But yes, that'll end up being the Pennsylvania State Armory Board's decision of what they want to do with it.
who's according to this is telling us how bad shape it's in. It didn't look like it's in that bad a shape, is it?
You've been in it.
You've been in it.
Correct, and the National Guard is growing. We've done a lot of reorganization, and we are outgrowing a building like that, and they do need, for equipment wise and soldier readiness, they would need a bigger building.
Okay, so that's actually somewhat of a positive. We're gonna get a newer, brand new building facility
Correct,
within the county.
correct. Oh, absolutely, yes.
Okay, I just wanna make sure that we're not losing something in the mix. Okay,
No, sure.
all right, thanks, Jess.
You're welcome.
Thanks for coming to our rescue.
No
Yes.
problem. Thank you.
We appreciate it.
You're right.
Take care, Jesse.
She knows her stuff.
She does. Well, may I have a motion for us to accept this letter and enter it into the record?
I will now make that motion.
I'll second it. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Sinata,
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler,
Yes.
motion carries.
Thank you. What we'll have to do, Vanessa, since I give this packet to Debbie Wachter, can we see that she gets the full letter?
Yes.
Because again, mine's missing out of page 2. Okay, thank you very much. Staff or commissioner reports and comments. Again, Mr. Kennedy isn't able to join us today. I get to go first today. I do want to note that later on this afternoon at 1:30 in this room, we will have the quarterly meeting of West Central Job Partnerships Governing Board. That board consists of the 3 Lawrence County Commissioners and the 3 Mercer County Commissioners. And we move back and forth, so 3 months from now, we'll be up in Mercer County. One of the things we'll be doing today, we'll be electing new officers. We rotate every 2 years as far as who chairs the board. I've been chairing it for the last 2 years. So more than likely, one of the Mercer County Commissioners will become the chair at today's meeting. And that meeting is open to the public. I do want to note briefly, because I'm sure Chris can elaborate if he wishes. We did have a great day last Friday. We attended the grand opening of the Wilson Lumber Company in Neshannock Township. And yesterday, all 3 of us, Mr. Kennedy, Mr. Sonata, and myself, attended the quarterly meeting of the Northwest County Commissioners Association. We went out to Indiana County and met with commissioners from, as the name states, the northwestern part of the Commonwealth. And it's always good to see our fellow colleagues from various counties. Indiana County hosted, and they did a very nice job. I want to note finally, that on Thursday of this week, and it's been in the paper, and it was also, the legal ad appeared. And we've had conversations about this at other meetings of the election board. But on Thursday of this week, the 15th at 2:00 in this room, we will be conducting a public hearing. The purpose of the hearing is to take any testimony regarding a proposed change in Shenango Township as far as the precinct alignment is concerned. With the dissolution of South Newcastle Borough having now become part of Shenango Township, Mr. Germaini has looked into how we go about factoring in the folks there in terms of what precinct they will belong to. Mr. Germaini and three of us will be looking at options, but he will be presenting a proposal that essentially would take what was the borough and combine it with what is currently the third precinct of Shenango Township, which coincidentally surrounds the borough on three sides. Now, we'll take testimony on Thursday because the law requires that we have a public hearing. Then a week from today, on January 20 at 11:00, we will once again convene as the Board of Elections to take a final vote on the proposal, but we don't make the final decision. The law requires that the Court of Common Pleas makes the decision. We will propose to the court that they consider this option, but then it will be in the hands of the court. And once the court makes its decision, it will come back to us, and then based upon that decision, we will have to determine then the location of the polling place for that particular precinct. So that's kind of the order in which this will follow. And we do want to get this done well in advance of the upcoming primary. So I did want to make note of that as well. I believe that's all I have at this time, and I'm going to turn it over to Commissioner Sanada.
Thank you, Chairman. I'll echo your comments about Wilson Lumber. That's probably one of the most impressive ribbon cuttings I've seen in the years I've been in office, both in the legislature and as commissioner. I think there was over 200 people that showed up for a ribbon cutting. I think that's testament to the Wilson family, their dedication to the county, and we just want to thank them for their commitment to staying in Lawrence County. And I got a chance to take a little tour before Mr. Wilson took me out to the back area, and that is a huge facility where the battery company used to be. I didn't realize how big it was in the back because I had been there years back to get a battery. But there's room for growth, room for expansion. So it's good for the Shannon and good for the county. So thank the Wilson family, and it was a very successful ribbon cutting. We've been fortunate this year, last year especially, a lot of ribbon cuttings within the county. That means that things are going the right direction. We're going to continue that. I know Mr. Kennedy's been very active with economic development, and we're all working on the same page to see these things come to realization. And I know Wilson Lumber, I believe that was a 2-year process that they went through. So there's good cooperation between the township, the county, Forward Lawrence, and everybody involved with that. So I'm just very happy to see that. We had a good meeting, as Chairman Vogler said, in Indiana yesterday. They said farewell to Chip Brankovich. He's going to be taking over at Forward Lawrence, and that's going to be a good addition, I believe. He's very well connected up in the Northwest as well as the Southwest, and I think that's going to be positive for the county as well. Wish Chip the best in his new position. I will be heading to Pittsburgh tomorrow. Hopefully, if Commissioner Kennedy's feeling better, he'll be coming as well to talk about the NFL draft. I serve on the Tourist Promotion Agency board, and I know that they are involved with this, the whole 10-county region, to prepare for the draft, to make sure that opportunities arise for Lawrence County. We're still close enough to that, and it's going to be a big deal. Whenever that happens, it generates a lot of money, not just for the host city, but the communities that surround it. So that is on tap. And as Chairman Vogler said, Thursday we're going to have a public meeting on the moving of the election board. If anyone's out there and they want to submit testimony or just send us a note, what their views on that precinct is. I know we got a couple already. Let us know their views. So that's where we're going to have to make a decision. And Mr. Germaini has come up with a few proposals. And as a board, we want to listen to testimony. And we want to hear from the people from Shenango and the former borough of South Newcastle. So that's pretty much all I have, Chairman. So we look forward to the meeting this afternoon with the Mercer County Commissioners. We were with them yesterday, and all three of them will be coming down to Lawrence County today for our Job Central Partnership meeting. And we've had a very good relationship with them, and we want to continue that. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Chris. One thing I did neglect to mention, just prior to us coming downstairs, we did have the formal closing on the transfer of the St. Joseph's property in the 4th Ward of Newcastle from the Diocese of Pittsburgh to the County of Lawrence. And both Mr. Sonata and I signed the appropriate documents. I do feel very bad that Mr. Kennedy was not able to join us because he's put a lot of time and effort into this undertaking, and it's a shame he's not feeling well. We actually were willing to postpone until Dan felt better, but some of the folks involved really wanted to get it done today, so we did move forward with that. So we are now the official owners of that property. So that takes us to new business, and Rich Hoover is with us from our Department of Public Safety. Rich is our Deputy Director, and appreciate your joining us, sir. And before I forget, when you're done, would you mind sticking around?
Yeah.
I did get something on my phone that maybe we can talk about. Okay, thank you, assuming that's what it is. But Rich has a couple of proposals for us. What number do we give this first one?
2.
Oh, resolution number 2. Okay, and actually, this one and the next one are somewhat similar, and this is where I think Rich will be able to explain the differences, because they both involve an agreement with Thomas Shelby and Company out of St. Mary's, Ohio. But since we have 2 different resolutions, I assume they are 2 different matters. So could you give us, if you're able to, the explanation?
Referencing the Thomas Shelby resolution, we received 2 quotes for chair leases. The difference between the 2 quotes is, we'll call it quote A, is for a 5-year lease of 7 24/7 dispatch chairs. Quote B, same amount of chairs, same years. It has an additional $700. Which they would provide for a one-time fee of $100 per chair, the ability to swap into different chairs mid-contract, without paying the $100 additional per chair. The chairs that we received, that we've picked, we would have those for 5 years without the ability to move into like a newer model, I guess you would say. I had them send me both quotes, and ran them. Up the chain.
We have 2 proposals. Based on what you've just said, I'm guessing that you want us to vote on one of the 2, because the one proposal, the total amount is $26,990.
Mm-hmm.
The second one is $27,690, and you explained the difference between the 2. But am I to understand that you prefer we choose one of these 2 resolutions, or do you want us to vote on both of them?
One of those resolutions.
Okay.
Yes.
And of that, which one are you recommending?
I know our dispatch staff would recommend and I'll go with them, they're the ones who sit in them.
Yeah.
You know, the ability to maybe swap into a different chair mid-contract.
So that
That would be the 27.
690? Yeah, that's fine. I'm guessing what we can do is basically take action on the first resolution, number 2, and then probably just withdraw the second one. But before we do that, I'm gonna see if Commissioner Sanada has questions.
Rich, are we purchasing these chairs?
No, we are leasing the chairs. We entered into a lease agreement with Thomas Shelby 3 years ago, you know, to lease our dispatch chairs. We found it to be more economical rather than purchasing, repairing, and then eventually replacing chairs. They've gotten to be quite expensive, the 24/7 style chairs. And with this, they're a great company. We've had nothing but positive experiences with them. We had an issue with a chair, a rip, a tear, a gas cylinder that breaks. Within a day or two, they're there either to repair that chair or replace that chair with, you know, the same exact model. Prior to that, we were purchasing chairs, and they got to be pretty expensive to repair. You know, if the gas cylinder went, we were looking at a couple $100 and maybe 2-3 weeks, you know, before the part arrived, and then we were repairing them ourselves. So,
Tell us a little about the chairs. You say gas cylinder.
that would be the cylinder that makes the chair go up and down. You can raise and lower.
Okay.
You know, the base that attaches to the cylinder sometimes becomes loose and the chair starts to wobble. I'm sure everybody's had a wobbly chair at some point in time, you know, and that's where that gas cylinder meets the chair. And it's just a point of failure, I think, on all chairs. I know.
We're not talking a normal chair like you're sitting on right
No,
now. We're
no,
talking
yeah.
something.
Yeah, these are made for, you know, 400 plus pounds, to be sat in 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And the majority of our chairs are, I mean, there's somebody in those chairs who do 20 plus hours a day.
Right.
So they take a lot, they have a lot of use, they take a lot of abuse. And then when I say abuse, I mean just normal wear and tear on chairs, you know, when they're being used for 20 plus hours, not 24.
Just give me some background on this.
Yeah.
When you just say we got 6 chairs, or at least each, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it's not, you know, what you would think, because these are special chairs. These are chairs that's going to be.
These are very robust chairs.
Right.
Yes.
I mean, dispatchers have to have some comfort. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
this is the type of job they're doing.
Yeah, not only comfort, but safety.
Right.
You know, we need to know chairs aren't gonna fail, that somebody's not gonna lean back and, you know, they're gonna either topple out of the seat because of a failure in a chair. And, you know, we've had lower end chairs and, you know, I've heard nightmare stories of other departments where, you know, a chair is broke and, you know, and you're missing somebody for months and a lot of liability falls on you.
So you think this is the most cost efficient way of doing it?
Yes, this is, well, you know, by the history I have with purchasing chairs to leasing chairs, yes, it's more economical to enter into a lease than purchase, repair, and replace.
Okay, thanks for the information. It's given us a lesson today. I'm the type of person who doesn't like leases. I like buying things.
Yeah,
Okay, and what you're telling us, it doesn't make sense because of the amount of money that you have to put out for repairs, and then you're gonna have to replace it, and the cost keeps rising.
and yeah, the cost. It's keep going up and up. And the 5-year lease locks us into a 2026 price.
Right,
So we'll be paying in 2031 or last year what, you know, the 2026 price was, you know, before the, you know, if we get to see increases on that portion.
sure. All right, Rich, thanks for your information.
Thanks, Rich. So based on your recommendation, we will consider then proposed resolution 2, but what was going to be proposed resolution 3 is now withdrawn. I just want to make sure we're all clear about that.
If I could, resolution 3 is that's an art agreement with Bearcom.
No, yeah.
Oh, I have this 3, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
what happened, Rich, we had, in our packet, we had both chair proposals.
Okay,
And the first one was the 27,690. The second one was the 26,990. You're recommending the first one. We're going to call that resolution 2.
okay.
And then what was going to be our resolution 3, we're withdrawing. And consequently, then when we get to Bearcom, that will become resolution 3.
Okay.
Okay. Who's on first? Only the real old people will know what I just talked about. Which means, Vanessa, I'll have to explain that to you.
At least Joe knows.
Yeah. So this is proposed resolution 2. May I have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Thank you, Chris. I'll offer the second, unless you had anything else to add.
No.
Okay. I'll offer the second, and if there is no other discussion, we'll ask for a roll call, please.
Commissioner Sinata?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes?
Motion carries.
Thank you. Now we will move on to, bear with me one moment, please. Now we will move on to proposed resolution 3, which would be a professional agreement with Bearcom. And Rich, can you give us some background on what their services are that they offer to us?
Yeah, Bearcom is our local radio, what we call radio shop or radio vendor. They take care of and maintain the radio system here in Lawrence County, the Motorola P25 system. So they're maintaining all of our tower sites, all of our dispatch sites, our dispatch consoles, as well as the portables, mobiles, radios that we have throughout the county here. So they're a one-stop shop. They take care of everything. They're the ones who are pushing all the updates and upgrades. It's the shop where if one of the fire departments or law enforcement departments, they have a radio failure, they're sending the radio there for repair. So we've been with Bearcom. It used to be Staley's Communications, so it's been quite a few years that we've had these contracts with them. But we're just looking to continue that agreement for maintenance of our radio system.
Yep, and that's noted in here that it is a 1-year service agreement, $71,433. Mr. Sonata, do you have questions for Mr. Hoover?
Not on this one, no.
Okay, thank you. Joe, you're comfortable?
I am.
Thank you so much. May I have a motion for proposed resolution 3?
I will make the motion for resolution 3.
I'll second your motion. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Sinata?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes,
Motion carries.
thank you. Bear with me just one more second, please. Thank you for your patience. We move on now. That takes care of our proposed resolutions. Let me enter into the record some announcements. Board of Commissioners will meet again a week from today, Tuesday, January 20 at 10 a.m. in this room. It's open to the public. We noted already that the West Central Job Partnership Governing Board will hold its quarterly meeting today at 1:30 in this room, open to the public. Tomorrow, the Lawrence County Planning Commission holds its monthly meeting at 12 noon at Weber's Catering on 422 in Shenango Township. I want to be real clear about that because Weber's also has a facility up in Wilmington Township. This is their facility on 422 in Shenango Township. That's open to the public. The courthouse will be closed on Monday, January 19, in observance of the Martin Luther King Jr. Holiday. And as I noted earlier in the meeting, on Thursday, the 15th that's this Thursday, at 2:00 in the afternoon, the Board of Elections will convene to conduct a public hearing and accept testimony relative to a proposal involving the former borough of South Newcastle and the Shenango Township precinct that borders it. And again, that's open to the public. Let me open the floor for public comments. Debbie, welcome. Anything? I have your packet for you. Thank you so much. Closing comments from my fellow commissioner, Mr. Sanada.
No, I have no further comments. I think everything is good, and I think you covered it, Chairman, and this is a historical day for Lawrence County as they're now owners of the former St. Joseph Church campus. So that's pretty much all I have.
Thank you, sir. And Vanessa or Joe, anything you folks have? No, sir. Okay, thank you. Well, thank you all for joining us. May I have an adjournment motion,
I'll
please?
make a motion.
Thank you. I'll second. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye, opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Meeting is officially adjourned. Joe, you mind taking care of it? Can we stop upstairs for a second? Okay. Debbie, I have, we talked about it at length before you came in. We did receive correspondence about a facility that's being proposed out